the breaking news now, if you're just getting up today, we've lost Pope Francis at the age of 88. That just broke about 3 hours ago. He has passed away at 88, even though he was giving a message for Easter yesterday at the Vatican. He has passed away, and of course there'll be a time of mourning, as Biggie told us, and then they will go into the conclave, which Biggie and I have seen, but I'm not going to speak further on it.
Not the actual conclave you've seen in the movie starring
the movie Conclave.
Ray Fiennes
and
John Lithgow,
tremendous actors, great acting in that movie.
Stanley Tucci.
He was excellent. I can't say another word about it because I don't want to risk another Val Kilmer situation. On the day after Val Kilmer died, I butchered it because I had not seen the movie Tombstone. All right, and that's out there on full display now.
Yeah, we've heard all about it. I wasn't even here, and I heard about it.
I can't tell you how many emails I still get with the subject line simply Huckleberry. We have 3 jars of Huckleberry jam in here because of that day.
Yeah,
that's right.
The way you butchered poor Val Kilmer's obit.
That's right. Someone sent some Huckleberry jam
from Montana.
And that messed me up too. It's probably fitting because I wanted to smell it. When I opened the lid, it was looser than I thought it would be, and spilled all down my shirt.
Poured down your shirt.
Poured down on my shirt.
Maybe that was Val tipping the jar because you can't.
I ruined it. So the point is, I'm not saying nothing about the Pope except he's dead and he was a wonderful man. How about that?
I think I read that this morning. He came from, as Biggie pointed out earlier, that he was raised in Argentina and loved their soccer team, like a lot of Argentinians do. But he had like very simple jobs when he was a younger man. I think he was a janitor for a time. Became a priest at the age of 33. I think it's a little bit late, maybe.
Probably.
For some.
Sounds like it to me.
And was elected Pope in 2013.
All right. So can you become a priest after you've
lived your life?
I'm thinking about it.
Well, this is a good question.
Well, like by 33, you'd assume he'd had sex, right?
You would assume?
Yeah. So he's...
Yeah, I bet he had, and you probably just asked for forgiveness for it. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I think God will expedite that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to speak for her, but I think it's what she'll do.
Right.
I think, once you, regardless if you're a man or a woman and you become a Catholic priest or a nun, I think you can, you give over your life to the church from that point on, right?
Well, maybe. I guess so. I just always assume, well, I'm wrong though, that they were virgins, that the nuns were raised and became nuns very early.
A lot of times I think nuns, many of the women, certainly in the 20th century, became nuns early.
That's what I thought.
In their lives.
I'm sure you're right that it can be. I'm sure.
I think you have to take a vow of chastity.
After the fact.
But that's once you've decided to make the change.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about Chris Demm, but he was raised Catholic as well. I was always told that if you were meant to be a priest, that God would come to you and tell you, like in your teenage years or in your early 20s, like, you will be a priest. You need to help spread my word. And I was terrified of that.
But you get the tap on the shoulder?
I'd get the tap on the shoulder because I didn't want to be a priest.
You wanted a pickup truck with a DVD player.
Yeah. Right. I wanted to, I liked...
You wanted a boat.
Yeah. I had this... But when they told me that, I had this fear. I was like, because you can't ignore God. So if God comes to you and says, I need you to help spread the word, you have to do it. So I was terrified, like, oh, he's going to come to me. He's going to tell me that I need to be a priest, and I'm not going to want to be a priest because it looks pretty awesome doing other stuff.
Tap on the shoulder. You don't ignore it.
No.
If he's calling you.
You go.
Yep. And
you just go.
I never got called, so.
Yeah, you're right, Big. A lot of many of the priests that we knew over the years would say the same thing, that God told them.
Literally.
This is what you must do.
Yeah.
Not just a feeling, but God said, do you think it works that way? God told me to be a DJ. God told me to be. What if it worked that way for everything? What if you got a tap on the shoulder and they said, you'll make pizza the rest of your life? You're going.
Well,
you're going to deliver pizza.
Like God himself says that, or like the pizza gods or the radio gods.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it just calls you.
Because it goes the opposite way if you watch Saturday Night Fever. Remember, Travolta's brother's a Catholic priest, but he leaves the church.
That's harder
after watching, His brother Dan.
It's a little harder to do, though, isn't it? I mean, if you get out of the church.
Is that cocaine?
Yeah.
I renounce my faith.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But then when you do that, there's a lot of shame that you bring to
Oh, yeah, the family was devastated.
Of course, yeah. You bring a lot of shame.
Well, because a Catholic family, I mean, there's nothing better than having a priest as, you know, your son becomes a priest. There's nothing higher, nothing better.
Really?
Oh, man. That is a badge of honor.
Yeah.
You wear that proudly.
And then if you move up the ranks to cardinal or...
Well, I mean, first Monsignor, let's do easy.
I don't even know. I don't know the higher.
Now, of course...
I've got to stop talking about this. I don't know about this. I don't know.
This isn't the day to bring this up, but later we found out, of course, another movie that you love, Spotlight.
Spotlight.
That the Catholic Church...
Also plays a role in it.
Yeah. Catholic Church, a lot of people lied about getting the calling and, you know, became pedophiles and priests.
Well, I know that. This is a terrible day to bring that up. You sure? This is absolutely not the day to bring that up.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, we had a story. There's a story I had on my personal grid about some Monsignor who was suing Grindr, the gay dating app. We're not going to bring that up
He
today.
tossed it. He tossed it. Look at you.
Let me
you
say
saw
this.
Spotlight. I'm talking about today's conclave, though, not Spotlight.
This is where I feel like God should have...
We're not shuffling the abusing priests around. Not today.
Not today.
This is where I feel like God... I wish God could talk, because I feel like he should have come down and been like, not him. I didn't say anything to him. He's a liar.
I didn't tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking
That
right
pedo?
at you. Yeah. I didn't say anything to him.
Right. Yes, you're exactly right. I could sit here and talk more about the Pope. I don't know anything about him, except he was wonderful.
Now, you have a friend from your high school who moved and relocated to Italy forever, right?
Yes.
Have you been to the Vatican? Have you been to Vatican Square?
Yes. I have. I want to say yes. I really think I...
Clearly it moved you.
I don't...
This is normally the time where you would expound.
Yes. Well, we did go. Yes. I went...
Sistine Chapel. Isn't that where you took disposable camera photographs?
Yes. A group visited him. Now, he lived in Milan, but we traveled all around. So we went, the Sistine Chapel. I had one of those cameras. See, he's doing the sound effect now. It's a yellow disposable camera, and it said everywhere, do not take
No
pictures.
flash of photography.
Right. But I did surreptitiously, and I had to, and they caught me on that. You know, I took a picture of that and the Mona Lisa. But yes, we were there in Vatican City, and it was moving.
Well, the Mona Lisa's in France.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. But we were there. Those are the two
in the
things,
Vatican.
In the Vatican. Those are the two things I took pictures of that didn't turn out because
Of course not. It's a terrible camera.
It was bad. Even today,
For that kind of job.
I think even today, the Sistine Chapel, the ceiling. Come on, you can't capture it. You know, you just can't do it. Something memorable, very, very memorable. I won't see it again. I don't have a passport. There's no.
You're a man without a country.
Yeah,
you have no papers.
They're telling me to get a real ID. I don't even know how to do that. Right, our fact
You're going to end up in El Salvador.
Well,
you better watch it.
Yeah.
I stuck my head.
Can I come back? I have a real ID. Nope.
No, you're not. You're not coming back. If you're shipped down there, you are not coming back. That's right. Here's the soft copy emergency. It sort of pales in comparison now. I hate to even bring this up, but Rob Lowe was walking down the street, near Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills.
That's the drive, right?
It's the spot for celebrities.
All the high-end stores are there.
So Rob Lowe is on that street, and one of those trolleys that shows homes and places the stars go comes by, and the guy on the microphone is giving a tour. And he says to everyone, if you look out the right side of the trolley, we have a celebrity.
Ooh, get your cameras.
Get your cameras ready. I see John Stamos. And Rob Lowe stopped the bus and said, excuse me, give me your microphone. I am not John Stamos.
Yeah, he looks like though. Okay, guys, am I John Stamos? No! Who am I? Dude, you gotta get better. You gotta get better at your job. It's usually about having fun.
It's about having fun. Don't worry.
I host the floor.
You got to get better at your job.
Yeah.
It's about fun.
I didn't comb my hair, so what?
He didn't. His hair was not combed.
Like, they pay cash each day. I'm just doing this so I can get high later. I don't care.
That was not John Stamos. That was Rob Lowe.
Now, if you were to poll random women of a certain age, who would you think would get more votes as the hotter of the two? I think Stamos would win. I think he's aged better.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, you mean now? Who's
Yeah,
hotter?
current day.
Yeah, I think Stamos.
I think he's even hotter now.
I agree, but I think in. Well, God,
I don't know. I think
Push.
Stamos
That'd be
hits by a nose.
It was close. I mean, Rob Lowe. I mean, my sister said to me when I was, she was 22, and she's like, "That's the hottest man I've ever seen in my life."
Mhm.
I mean, she had seen St. Elmo's Fire and was just like, this guy is unbelievable. I mean, and he's aged pretty well, too, I would say.
Of course. No doubt. I mean, we watched a little bit of The Floor the other night.
You think he's had
on
some...
vacation.
Well, right. I think he's had some...
Procedures
done. I do, yeah.